are brothers. And before we get into this video, yes, they are brothers. Yes, they are. All around, I think we know that they're brothers. But we're going to talk about, like, it's an interesting conversation. This is a very confusing conversation that we're going to have, guys. But they are brothers, but in the new movie, they're not acknowledged as brothers. So that's going to be a very interesting conversation to have as well. So I've got a little report saying that they are brothers. So let me just get that on screen. Okay, so on that aforementioned Reddit thread, that's one of the Variety, Hollywood Reporter, the sources, of course. One commenter observed that the nature of Chip and Dale's relationship has never really been stated. So technically, it hasn't been stated whether or not they're brothers. I think they are brothers or friends, because they do say best friends a lot, which we'll get to later on as well. But it's never been stated where they stand, with each other. As well. A lot of people view them as brothers, including the guy who drew them, that Reddit user added. But it seems like only Walt Disney knew whether they were brothers or not. So it's just kind of out there. So basically, it's written in words. It's confusing because it's written in words, but it's just kind of out there. I think people just assume that they're brothers, which they are brothers. I'm not denying that. But, this, news reporter was like saying like their relationship has never been stated, like I said before. So we don't really know whether their relationship is brotherly or best friends. We just don't know about that part. But we do know that they're brothers because it's stated in writing. If it wasn't stated in writing, then they would not be brothers, if you know what I mean. The commenter is seemingly referring to Bill Justice, who is the animator of Chip and Dale. The animator who first drew Chip and Dale. Justice wrote in his autobiography, the two characters are simply little brothers, so they are brothers. So you got your answer there. But Disney has never acknowledged the familial relationship, according to the 2012 book Disney Trivia from the Vault by Dave Smith. So they are brothers, but I don't think anyone's confirmed it, officially. But we do know that they're brothers, if you guys are wondering about that. So we're going to have this confusing conversation, so hopefully you understand. But yes, in media, and in different media, like we see them outside the film, we see them outside doing a couple of things. They are brothers. They are technically brothers. But what's confusing, and I think it's going to be confusing for a lot of fans of Chip and Dale, what's confusing is that their relationship, like I said before, hasn't been stated or announced that if they are brothers or best friends as relationship-wise, but we do know that they're brothers as well. But yes, this is going to be a very confusing conversation, like I said before. So, in the movie of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale, baby Chip and Dale is so cute, by the way. I just want to add that in. But anyway, young Chip and Dale, baby Chip and baby Dale, we'll call them, met at school. I think it was like maybe primary school they met, not high school, because they do go to high school together later on, I think, in the movie. But they do meet as best friends, which is going to be confusing for some people. Although we do see a flashback of Chip's mum, and like, oh yay, Chip's mum! We get confirmation that Chip has a mum. Because sometimes with these famous characters, it's like, for example, like, Alvin Chipmunks have their mother Vinny, but we never actually seen her again. But they do have a mother. But the Chipmunks do have a mother out there, not confusing with this one. But yes, but it is confirmed. Is it confirmed? I mean, it has to be confirmed, But anyway, besides that, back to this. So the flashback scene of Chip's mum, we get to see her with baby Chip, of course. And it's acknowledged that he does have a mum. We just don't see his mum. And I think for all people who have become famous, you don't see really their parents, which is an interesting conversation to have. But yes, like I said, this is going to be a confusing relationship because the movie has made it turn out to be friends, but they are brothers. So it doesn't make sense when you could come to that conclusion in your head. And, I don't like to be confused. Let's just say that. But yes, we do know Chip has a mum. Now, Dale in the movie, we don't actually see his parents. They've kind of confused all of us, Disney. In a scene where they're sort of like in the sewer pipes, Dale gets a call from his agent. but it's his mum. He pretends it's his agent, but it's actually his mum. I was like, is that an agent or is that actually his parent talking to him? And he says, no, spaghetti's fine, mum. But we do know that Dale has a mum out there as well, but we don't actually see her, but we don't actually hear her voice on the phone. So I think, could that be Chip's mum as well? Because I do know, because it's confusing, because they both have different parents, but can Chipmunks be related to each other? I guess they can. Maybe that's his sister or something. There has to be some link to that, But Chip's mom, is there like a half brother, step brother relationship going on there? I don't think so, but I'm just filling in the gaps what Disney confused us with, of course. But they are brothers overall. But with Chip's mom, someone commented on the actual page, on the YouTube page, so I put a video up on this online, and someone said Dale and Chip's mom have these hairstyles, so I think it's a bit evident that they're sort of related. But Chip doesn't have any hair, which is interesting. So I'm thinking, is that Dale's I don't think they're cousins in that regard, are they? No. Maybe half brother, maybe step brother. And the real question is, where's their dad? We don't see, it's interesting, like Chip and Dale, well, Chip has a mum, and I think Dale has a mum, sort of in regards, but I wish it was preferred that, Chip's mum was Dale's mum as well, because that would make more sense. But I guess story-wise, it wouldn't make sense, so I guess that's why I made them friends, to be honest with you. But it's interesting that our Chipmunks have a mum, and also Chip has a mum, and also Dale has a mum, but we never see their fathers. So the real question is, where's their dad in all of this? Did they did they leave the family, or did they die? Like, what's the story there? Like, that's interesting. But filling in the gaps is hard, but you get what I'm saying. But yes, but anywho, in the movie, we see them have separate houses. Chip has his home, Dale has his house as well. So it's evident that they live in different houses, which is interesting. And it's interesting. In the show, they live in the same tree. It's evident like they live in the same tree from the shorts. In the newer shows, they live in a tree together. In the movie, they've separated. They're in different houses. Chip has his house, Dale has his house. But in the actual Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers actual show, they all live in the tree together. It's interesting that Dale and Chip sleep in bunk beds. So I was thinking that's more evident to brothers, because you wouldn't. I don't think friends can share a bunk bed, can't they? No. But I think they are brothers, because why would they share a bunk bed? Why they're always together? Why are they? They are a duo, so it would make sense. This is a very confusing conversation now. They share the same bunk bed, but I think it's evident that they're brothers, to be honest. Like, there's no doubt about it that they are brothers. But if they do share a bunk bed together, which is the exact same thing as Alvin Chipmunks, they are brothers, but we just don't know who the older one. And I think this is the same conversation we're having here. But yes, but they are brothers. But I think it's evident that they're brothers as well. It makes sense, because they do fight. I feel like they fight more like like an odd couple, to be honest, but that's not the picture I'm picturing here. That makes sense. But they are brothers, of course. Whether or not it is in the movie or outside, like outside the movie, if you think about outside the movie, yes, they are brothers. Like, generally they are depicted as brothers. So yes, they are brothers. I'll give you my straight answer. Yes, they are brothers, which I've been trying to give you guys in this video as well. But yes, but they do play pranks on each other. They do fight. They do make up. So they are brothers in that regard, because brothers do fight and play pranks on each other. So yes. So the real question is Chip and Dale brothers outside of the movie? Yes, they are brothers. In the movie, no, they're not brothers, which makes people more confusing about what's going on here. And also, I said sorry about twins, and I can say no, they're not twins, because I said, are they like twins or something? Like, no, they're brothers. Like, how'd you get that? So yes, they're brothers. In outside, no, they're not brothers in the movie, and no, they're not twins either. So hopefully that clears that up for you guys. So that's all I've got time for, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to Miller's Mix video. Also hit that notification bell to get more updates. And also follow me on Instagram, guys.